Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 15th, 2024 full moon, supermoon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in booking a private reading, then check out my website, Dane Hart Guided Messages. It's linked in the description box below, and I'll be more than happy to read for you. Now, before we dive into this reading, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your support, your prayers, your healing energy, your well wishes. Thank you so, so much. I am so thankful. I am so grateful for the community that we've built, and I'm just so thankful for you guys. So thank you. I I'm just blown away by the community that we've built here. Now, before we dive into this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. We are crowned with the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. I will tell you everything as soon as I am done. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Interesting. Okay, we are definitely releasing some bad mojo right now. The Strength card reverse is Leo energy, yes, but it's tyrant energy. And we have here this sense of like doubting ourselves. We have the Death card reverse. We are represented, Scorpio, by the Death card in the major arcana. So we can kind of be our own worst enemy right now, overthinking, overanalyzing, criticizing ourselves, being, really focused on perfectionism. Yeah, just needing to step back. This is also secrets. This is also sneakiness. And we can find that we feel like, oh, I have to hide this. I have to hide that. And it doesn't mean that we have to be doing it maliciously. It's just that we're putting a lot of stress on ourselves. And it's like releasing that and saying, but this is me. This is me. As long as we come from a place of love and compassion and light and kindness, this is me. It's not saying like hiding, terrible things. It's like, oh no, but they won't think I'm perfect. They won't think I have it all together. It's like, no, this is me. And it's not sharing all your struggles with everybody, right? Because there are plenty of people who take advantage once they know somebody is struggling. But it's like I don't have to live up to unrealistic expectations. It's like being the Brady Bunch, right? I don't have to be the Brady Bunch. I get to be me. And things are messier that way. But things are also a lot more real. Also, Scorpio, okay? Highly sensitive energy. Okay, that's what you're born into. You're born into highly sensitive energy, highly sensitive person, sphere of being. And accepting that energy within yourself is going to be super important. There's a sense here of like fighting against that, of being like, no, I need to be more like this. You are meant to walk between the worlds, okay? You are a person who instinctively connects with spirit, and letting that energy come forward within you is both your calling in life and one of your greatest fears. So just being aware of that is going to be super important. You're letting go of a lot of vampiric energy. We have the Four of Pentacles reverse. It's like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this drain. I didn't even know this energy drained me. I didn't even know had the scars from this. So being aware of that is going to be just a really important thing. You're also going to have people pulling you in different directions. I mean, 'tis the season, right? But here, it's going to be really important to say, no, this is what I'm going to create, and I need to do it in quiet by myself. And taking quiet moments by yourself, Scorpio, super beneficial, super helpful. And that's going to be a very important thing. You can also have people wanting to take credit for things that you've done. And it's like, no, I'm just going to do this myself. Thank you very much. But this is also energy that isn't quite team player energy. So we can get, kind of told that we're not being a team player, but it can be that we're just on the wrong team. So just be aware. We can be our own worst enemy. Just being aware of that energy, knowing that we're in Scorpio time period, and that can bring out, the best for us. Yes, like, it's our birthday time, but also it it can be intense. Like people can find the month, not the month, but like the zodiac sign time period that they're born in to be very, very intense. And there's a reason for that. We can be learning a lot of lessons in that time, or seeing a lot of, a lot of things that were hidden to us before. With the King of Wands, that very plays into the strength card. There's just a sense of like people having a temper around you, or even you yourself having a bit of a temper. So just be mindful about this during this time, because it's like a powder keg, right? We don't want things to go off. We want things to stay calm. We want things to stay, harmonized, and we are not in charge of other people's emotions or perceptions. So stepping back out of that, out of situations where people might not be perceiving us or might be having a hard time. So stepping away from that is going to be super, super, super important. We're changing the way that we look at things with the hangman. We're changing the way that we look at things. We're changing the way that we see ourselves. We're changing the way that we see others. And with temperance reverse, things can be out of balance. This is Sagittarius energy, time frame November 22nd to December 21st. Now, if we're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, we can find that we might feel even more out of balance than regular Scorpios during this moon. This is a supermoon in Taurus, and so this moon wants to ground us. It wants to harmonize things, but also it can feel like, oh, there's just one way to do things, because Earth sign energy sometimes has that way of presenting itself. It's like, no, this is the right way. You're welcome. And for water sign energy, which, flows through the earth, it's like, no, there's not just one way to do it. So just knowing that you can have a conflict of interest with this energy here, with this moon. So just being aware of that, grounding yourself, looking at this moon as a meditation on how do I want to ground myself and move forward? What do I want to move forward in for me? That's going to be a very important thing. With the Seven of Cups reverse, it's looking at your dreams, because there's a sense of like the day-to-day aspect of having a bit of your dreams in your day-to-day life has been eroded, like it isn't there. So bringing back those dreams is going to be very, very, very important for you. With the Queen of Cups, we are represented by the cups in the minor arcana, and so we're reversing the major arcana, we're reversing the minor arcana. We can be very, very sensitive. It's like having a sunburn, right? Everything just becomes amplified. So showing ourselves that grace and saying, okay, emotional sunburn, I need to put on, I need my SPF, and I don't know if you put on sunburn after SPF after sunburn, if that would make it worse, but like a really bad sunburn. And it's like, I remember having a really bad sunburn one time, and I just couldn't have anything touch it. It was the middle of the summer, and I had to stay in an air conditioned space with like the softest sweater on, because that's all I could have touch my skin. And it's just like, I need to release. Like, I need to release and just stay still, right? If you had to go out, like stay just like with the softest thing you can possibly find on your skin. So that's going to be really important here. It's like you just need to be soft to yourself, kind to yourself, compassionate to yourself. And then we have the star. This is Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. This is dreams. The dreams come forward during this time. And it's like once you take away the noise of expectations and others, and you really focus on what do I want to create? What am I cultivating in my life? How do I need to move forward for me? That's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be an important thing. And so with the star coming forward, it's like in the quiet, when the moon is shining, it is harder to see the stars, right? But when the moon is shining, we see things differently. And it's like, okay, what is coming forward? We're moving forward towards a darkness for us. For those in the northern hemisphere, it's like, okay, winter is coming, right? Sort of thing, and moving towards that darkness. But it's also that sense of what do I want to be kind of like nesting on, incubating on within my own life and creating to birth forward in the spring. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it is also just looking at the night sky and knowing that the stars have changed, right? They have in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, and it is going outside in the warmth and looking at what do I want to create in this time of planting seeds and planting dreams. And it brings us then to an acknowledgement of tyrant energy that has been in our lives for way too long. And then with the Two of Swords, it's like we think it has to be one way, right? We think we have to move forward just like this. And Spirit's saying, why? Release it. Release it and see you. Because there's a path that we're like, no, it has to work this way. And Spirit always shows me the analogy of shoes that are too small. And I don't know about you, but when I wear shoes that are too small, I mean, yes, of course, my feet hurt, but then I get a terrible headache. And it's like, oh my gosh, everything just has to stop. So here, it's like, what is stopping? Because we don't have the right fit. It moves us then. Oh, we didn't do our spirit message. It moves us into our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So here we have the pheasant. It's time. Oh, the time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention on these areas. I love that. The time is right. It's ripe for the picking is what I keep on getting from spirit right now. It's ripe. It's time. It's fresh. It's lush. It's beautiful. It moves us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. So we have two. We have flexibility. This is the sacral chakra. And we have nourishing reverse, which is the soul star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. So the earth star chakra, that's the earth star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We need to nourish ourselves. This reading is definitely telling us, hey, Scorpio, take care of you. You matter. And then the flexibility here of the sacral chakra is embracing our flexibility of spirit, of what we love, of what we're creating, of how we're cultivating ourselves forward. And just knowing that the flexibility of body, of mind, of spirit is going to be important during this time. So embracing movement, Qigong, I love yoga, just breath work, focusing on the breath, movement of the body. If you aren't physically able to move, then visualizing and just, working and visualizing deep breaths, you know, filling yourself with earth energy, filling yourself with the world energy. That's going to be really important, but not the craziness of like the people of the world. It's like the powerfulness and the unpredictability and the power of this earth that we live on. That's going to be extraordinary. Our energy to be mindful of during this time, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading is the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So during this full moon in Taurus, we're going to see energy that just doesn't jive with us. It's like, no, this isn't right. And it might seem really successful energy, right? But it's like, it doesn't fit for me. So it's not going to be right. And we're stopping, and we have to be mindful of not being pulled back into it. Just fighting energy for the sake of fighting, chaos energy for the sake of chaos. People live their whole lives like that, and we're like, no, no. This moon is telling us to say no. Let's see what the moon has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have void, we have patience, angels, and spirit guides. We have assessing, angels, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the void, of course, new moon, Leo, angels, and spirit guides. Okay. So the void is embracing the greater expanse, but also a sense of darkness. And I don't mean that, I mean, a moon always brings darkness to it. Even a full moon brings with it, an increase of shadows, right? And it's never as bright as the sun. So embracing a sense of quiet and a sense of connection, being patient with yourself is going to be super important because you're not going to want to be at all. And then assessing, giving yourself time to step back and look because you're going to want to push yourself forward. That's why assessing is reverse. It's like, no, I don't need to look at this. Like, no, I got this. It's like, no, assess, look at things, approach things more gently, handle this time with care, handle yourself with care. You deserve it. Nothing will come of this situation. So there's something that you expect. And a void, of course, is a time during the lunar cycle. Like it happens many times from new moon to full moon, that it's a bit of a trickster time, that things don't go according to plan. So when the void of course comes in, it means what you have planned will not go the way that you have it planned. So just be mindful about that during this time. Confidence is the key to success. That's reversed. So being confident within self, but also knowing here there's just like the sense of confidence equals arrogance. And for some people, yes, but for most people, when we learn how to be confident within ourselves, it won't present as arrogance. So just being aware of that for you, like being confident within yourself. And there's a fear of like, oh, that confidence is going to show off as arrogance. If that's how somebody else reads it, that's okay, but be confident within yourself, stand tall within yourself, move forward with kindness and love. And you can't control other people's perceptions. What do you need to release? Right now, we're holding on to a lot. So it's like the moon is whispering to you, what do you need to release? No, what do you need to let go? So here, during this time, what do you need to release? What do you need to let go into the universe? And sitting during this moon and just visualizing, you know, butterfly energy coming out of you. It's like I release, like you could visualize smoke or butterflies or, you could like even smiley faces, like just release it with love. And it's like, I don't need this anymore. Others can have this energy, or this energy can go and be recycled into the universe, but it's not serving me. And it brings us then to look at the bigger picture. And that's what we're going to have a hard time with. We're going to get really focused on really specific details. And Spirit is saying here, hey, look at the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is going to be beautiful. It moves us then to the Blue Jay reverse, and it says, the time is right to assess and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. And that's reverse. So being able to step into our power is going to be very important for us. It's going to be a little bit tricky for us as well. It moves us then to our chakra energy, which is listen, our throat chakra. So knowing that we have a blockage in our throat chakra, so embracing, humming, singing, chanting, that's all really great things for the throat chakra and can help with that blockage. But listening, this isn't about talking. We have a world that's filled with chitter chatter, everybody trying to be heard over everybody else. Now it is just simply time to listen to yourself, to listen to your heart, to listen to what you love, to listen to what you want. It's time to listen. And then to carefully curate your world around what your soul is telling you. And that's going to be a little bit tricky because it is. This world makes it tricky. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. It's the king and queen, of pentacles. So there's a soulmate connection here, true love connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. I know true love, it sounds very romantic, but it's something your soul loves that right now it is out of balance with. So just an acknowledgement of that, that it doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it will never be in balance. But right now, there's something that you're really drawn to that isn't going to go according to plan. And one of the lessons, it's like that you're going to learn from this is that putting something down and then coming back to it is going to be very good. So even just putting it down now and coming back to it during the new moon, that can be highly beneficial for you. Okay, our tarot message is the 7 of Wands. We feel a little bit tired of having to defend things. So just being aware that subconsciously we feel like, I have to be on guard. Things have fallen apart before. I have to be on guard. And Spirit is saying, release, 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 release. It's not being a naive fool, though being trusting. Being a naive fool, some people define as being just a trusting person, like just expecting the best in people and being kind. People can see that as, being foolish. So stepping back and saying, I'm going to embrace who I am without worrying how others are going to define me, and doing so with a kind and joyous heart. That's going to be really important. It moves us then to acceptance reversed. We're going to have a bit of a hard time accepting us for just who we are. And then when the outcome is forecast, we can look at things and be like, no, it has to be this way. But remember, the way that we think things are going to go during this moon aren't necessarily the way that they're going to go. So knowing that this moon is demanding, it's demanding that we accept change, that we accept things in a way that we are like, no, 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 it's supposed to be like this. And this moon is going to bring us on kind of a bit of a wild ride, even though in the end it's going to be very, very grounding, very, very stabilizing, very, harmonizing for us in the end. And that's going to be a really good thing. It's not necessarily, when we go through a time period, like we go through the full moon, it can be intense, and then we come out of it, it's like, wow, that was so good. I learned so much, and yet I never want to do it again, type of thing. All right. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.